Picture this. July 2nd, 1937, a woman and her navigator embark on a daring round-the-world flight and vanish without a trace. This isn't the plot of a gripping thriller. This is the real-life story of Amelia Earhart, a pioneering aviator, and her navigator, Fred Noonan. Preparing for what would be an epic journey, they set out from Miami, Florida, planning to circumnavigate the globe. But after reaching Lae, New Guinea, and with only 7,000 miles left to complete their journey, they disappeared over the Pacific Ocean. Despite the most extensive air and sea search in naval history at the time, not a trace of Earhart, Noonan, or their twin-engine Lockheed Electroplane was found. Theories abound. Did they crash at sea? Were they captured by the Japanese? Or did they survive and live out their days on an uninhabited island? Despite countless theories, the fate of Earhart and Noonan remains one of history's most enduring mysteries. Fast forward to 2014, a modern airliner takes off and disappears into thin air. On the 8th of March, Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, a Boeing 777, departed from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, bound for Beijing, China. On board were 239 souls, each with a story, each with a destination. But the plane never reached Beijing. It vanished, seemingly swallowed by the deep blue expanse of the South Indian Ocean. An international search was launched, unprecedented in its scale and scope. Ships scanned the ocean's surface, aircraft surveyed from above, satellites peered down from space, all in a desperate bid to locate the lost airliner. Yet, despite these efforts, the plane and its passengers remained lost, their fate undisclosed. Theories abound, from controlled water landings to hijackings, but concrete evidence is scant. The vanishing of MH370 and its 239 passengers remains a chilling, unsolved mystery. Rewind to the grimy streets of 1888 London, where a shadowy figure lurks, ready to claim his next victim. This was a time when the city was gripped by fear, and the name on everyone's lips was Jack the Ripper. The Ripper was not your average criminal. He was a phantom, appearing and disappearing without a trace, leaving behind nothing but gruesome crime scenes and terrified citizens. In the span of a few months, 5 women met their end at the hands of this ruthless killer. The brutality of these murders sent shockwaves throughout the city and beyond, marking the birth of the modern serial killer. Despite the best efforts of investigators, both then and now, the true identity of this infamous murderer remains shrouded in mystery. There have been countless theories, suspects, and even confessions over the years, but none have been able to conclusively solve the puzzle. The real face behind the name Jack the Ripper remains hidden in the mists of time. Picture a house that's a maze of rooms and corridors built on the whims of a grieving widow. Welcome to the Winchester House, an architectural marvel in San Jose, California. Constructed by Sarah Winchester, the bereaved widow of arms magnate William Wirt Winchester, this sprawling mansion is a physical manifestation of her grief and fear. The Winchester House is an enigma, with over 160 rooms, staircases that lead to nowhere, doors that open into walls, and windows overlooking other rooms. This labyrinth-like design was not just eccentricity, it was purposeful. Sarah Winchester was convinced she was haunted by the souls of those killed by Winchester rifles. She believed that the only way to appease these spirits was to build and never stop building. The house was under constant construction, 24 hours a day, for 38 years, until Sarah's death in 1922. The Winchester House stands as a testament to one woman's obsession with the supernatural. Imagine an abandoned ship drifting in the vast Atlantic, its crew vanished into thin air. It's the year 1872, and the ship is the Mary Celeste. This merchant vessel was discovered adrift and deserted in the Atlantic Ocean. She was in a seaworthy condition, her cargo was largely untouched and her provisions enough to last 6 months. Yet her crew was nowhere to be found, not a single soul on board and no signs of struggle or foul play. Theories about the crew's disappearance abound. Some speculate a mutiny, others suggest they were swept overboard by a rogue wave. Some even venture into the realm of the supernatural, suggesting alien abduction or sea monsters. But despite a thorough investigation, the fate of the Mary Celeste's crew remains one of the sea's most haunting and enduring mysteries. The ghost ship Mary Celeste sails on in our imaginations, its mystery unsolved. In the quiet German countryside, a family meets a gruesome end, leaving a chilling mystery behind. In the spring of 1922, the isolated Hinterkaifeck farm became the stage for a horrifying act of violence. The Gruber family, comprising 6 members, was brutally murdered. The mystery deepened when it was discovered that the family had reported strange occurrences in the days leading up to the tragedy. Unexplained footprints in the snow, unfamiliar sounds in the attic, and a missing house key. The police were baffled. Despite an extensive investigation, no clear motive or suspect was ever identified. The case was further complicated by the fact that the family's bodies were not discovered until 4 days after the murders, and the killer had seemingly continued to live on the farm during that time. This chilling incident has been the subject of speculation and intrigue for over a century. Despite numerous theories and investigations, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain an unsolved puzzle, echoing through history. A powerful union leader steps into a car and is never seen again. This is the chilling tale of American trade unionist Jimmy Hoffa, who vanished from the face of the earth in 1975. A prominent figure in the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, Hoffa's influence was vast and far-reaching. However, on July 30th, 1975, Hoffa simply disappeared. Despite an extensive investigation and relentless search efforts, Hoffa was never found, and no one was ever held accountable for his disappearance. Theories abound, from mob hits to FBI involvement to self-imposed exile. Some even suggest that he was entombed under Giant Stadium in New Jersey. Yet, despite these theories, concrete evidence has remained elusive. The FBI officially closed its investigation in December of 1975. But the case continues to intrigue and bewilder both law enforcement and the public alike. The fate of Jimmy Hoffa remains shrouded in mystery. A family holiday in Portugal turns into a never-ending nightmare as a little girl vanishes. The year was 2007, the month was May, and the McCann family was enjoying a serene vacation in the picturesque resort of Praia da Luz. But tranquility was shattered when 3-year-old Madeleine McCann disappeared from her bed one fateful night. The wave of shock spread across the globe, turning the world's eyes towards the small seaside town. The international community rallied to aid in the search, with law enforcement agencies from multiple countries pooling their resources. Despite the exhaustive efforts, Madeleine's whereabouts remain unknown. Over the years, countless theories have emerged. Suspects have been questioned, leads have been followed, but the truth eludes us. The case of Madeleine McCann has become one of the most high-profile missing persons investigations in history. It's a chilling reminder of the unsolved mysteries that lurk in the shadows of our world. The search for Madeleine McCann continues, a haunting mystery with no end in sight. A high school graduation trip to Aruba ends in a mystery that grips the world. In 2005, American student Natalee Holloway vanished without a trace during a celebratory vacation. Her disappearance sparked an international manhunt, with Aruban authorities, the FBI, and even private investigators scouring the island and diving into the depths of the surrounding waters. Yet, despite the extensive searches and numerous leads, Natalee's fate remains unknown. The investigation was fraught with controversy and confusion. Initial suspects were questioned and released due to lack of evidence, while others confessed to the crime only to later retract their statements. Theories abound, from human trafficking rings to deadly accidents, but none have brought closure to this heartbreaking case. Over the years, the quest for answers has only grown, fueling documentaries, books, and countless discussions. Yet the truth about what happened to this young woman remains elusive. The disappearance of Natalee Holloway remains a tragic and unsolved mystery. A serial killer taunts the police with cryptic letters, leaving a trail of victims and unsolved ciphers. In the late 60s and early 70s, Northern California was held in the grip of fear by an enigmatic murderer known as the Zodiac Killer. This shadowy figure was infamous not just for his brutal killings, but for the complex coded messages he sent to the media. His reign of terror began in December of 1968, and over the next several years, he claimed to have taken the lives of 37 individuals, though investigators could only conclusively link him to 5. despite the best efforts of law enforcement and amateur sleuths. The Zodiac killer's identity has never been definitively confirmed. The cryptic letters he sent, filled with mysterious symbols and ciphers, have baffled codebreakers for decades. Some of these ciphers remain unsolved to this day. The Zodiac killer's identity remains hidden, his cryptic messages an unsolved riddle. From missing aviators to unidentified serial killers, history is filled with unsolved mysteries that continue to haunt us. In our journey through time, we've revisited the baffling disappearance of Amelia Earhart, the chilling enigma of Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, the terrifying anonymity of Jack the Ripper, the puzzling architecture of the Winchester house, and the eerie silence of the Mary Celeste. We've delved into the brutal Hinterkaifeck village Omnicide, the perplexing case of Jimmy Hoffa's vanishing, the heart-wrenching disappearance of Madeleine McCann, the unsettling case of Natalee Holloway, and the menacing cipher of the Zodiac Murders. Each of these mysteries, steeped in the annals of history, continues to captivate us, their secrets locked away by the inexorable march of time. They remind us that the world is full of the unexplained, the unknown, and the unfathomable. Which mystery do you find the most disturbing? Share your thoughts in the comments below.